Okay, so today's tutorial is going to be with my Two Lammy Creations wrap strap onbu carrier. So you can see this is an onbu here, no waist strap, and I do have the wrap straps that go through double rings on this carrier. Most of them are a single ring, but Two Lammy actually does a double ring, which I do like actually quite a lot. So I'm going to get my son prepped in the carrier here, which just means that I get his legs into each side of the straps here, and then I'm going to Superman him because this is my preferred method for getting an onbu on for a back carry. So I'm just going to Superman him up there, and then I get my one arm through the loop here, and then I reach back and support under his bum as I get the other arm through the loop. And then I'm going to check and make sure that I pull the panel down far enough so that it's not coming up all the way to the back of his neck. This is ideally an arms out carry, which means that I want the panel only to come up to about his armpit level. So I'm trying to just kind of adjust for that. And this carrier, I should mention, is a little bit too big for him. So I have to pull up a lot of seat here. So I just, as if I were wrapping, I reach, pull down the slack and pull a seat up. And then with the wrap strap, I'm just going to pull up. And like I said, this is a double ring, so it's actually going to hold a little bit as I'm making my adjustments here, which I really like. If you have a single ring, then it doesn't kind of hold on itself, but with the double rings it does. So I'm going to kind of go through and make sure that I have this pulled really tightly, and I ended up with my one strap twisted here a little bit, so I had to kind of go through and fix it. But because it's a double ring too, it also doesn't glide immediately through. It's got that little bit of tension with the double ring. So I do pull up his, weight on the strap with one hand while I tighten the strap with the other. But I've got pretty good positioning here in terms of him being able to be arms out, which he kind of goes back and forth for arms in, arms out. And this carrier does have the hood hanging there, if you notice that. Like I said, it is a little bit too big for him. This is a toddler size. He fits ideally in a baby size right now, but I got this with the intention of him growing into a little bit. So the fit is not perfect, but I knew that. That's intentional. I know that it's going to fit him a little bit better as he gets taller and bigger. So I'm going to tie this Tibetan. Same way that you tie Tibetan, if you're doing a ruck with a woven wrap, you're just going to bring each wrap strap, to the opposite side, have it kind of, nicely spread out across your chest. That offers extra support. And then I'm just going to tie a double knot here so that it kind of brings my shoulder straps in a little bit, which is just going to give you that extra support. Just like if you had the buckle onbu, you've got that chest strap that you either clip or pull through the rings. This tie off gives you that same effect. So like I said, you can see, arms out, he's got his, knees up in that nice position. He could be a little bit higher, but because this is a little bit too big, I tend to have it a little lower. But hopefully that was helpful for you today.